Road. Oh boy, Briia. Briia Donaldson is a kindred spirit and a sass. Look at that sass. I Told the Trees What You Did is the name of her piece. Briia is new in my life in the past year, a new unedited woman, an evolving unedited woman, but yes, she's just still figuring it out. She's just still figuring it out. There's been so many iterations of Briia, like so many of us. This woman has started businesses and has been so resilient. And without further ado, this is her first time up on stage sharing.
Little backstory, I actually was a theater kid, so I'm familiar with the stage, but my heart still skips a beat every time I'm in front of an audience. So thanks for having me. Thank you, Natalie, for including us. And I just want to take a moment to acknowledge the land that we're standing on. I told the trees what you did. I stand here on sacred ground on the anniversary of the day my son left this earth, 13 years today, and still the ache finds me. But the trees remember. They were there when I whispered my grief into the bark, and when I pressed my forehead against the rough skin, and begged the earth to tell me why a mother's arms could be so bare. I told the trees what you did. I told them how I carried him inside me, how I sang to him before he could open his eyes, and how I held him for only 5 days. 5 days that stretched into an eternity. I told them how silence followed me in every room, the silence of his crib never filled, the silence of my tears at night not to wake his sister just a year his senior, the silence of people who did not know what to say or the lullabies that are left unsung. They said nothing at all. The trees did not turn from me. They held my sorrows in their rings so I could keep walking. And there was more I told them, the kind of truths that children shouldn't have to speak of, about a man who called himself love but carved bruises into my spirit, how at 17 and him 21, I became both a mother and a survivor, navigating fists, gaslighting, and the weight of being silenced because speaking felt dangerous. I told the trees about the night I almost gave up, when the rope seemed kinder than his words. And I told them how somehow I chose life instead. The trees never shamed me. They never said, stay quiet. They let me pour poison out of my chest until there was space again to breathe. Today, I do not speak to wound. I do not speak to trigger. I speak to reclaim. To say what my silence that I once swallowed. I'm not what was done to me. I am not the girl that's silenced by fear. I am not the mother defined by loss or the one defined by addiction. I'm the woman who stands with a voice steady because the trees taught me. Even when storms strip branches bare, spring still comes. So yes, I told the trees what you did. But the trees do not echo cruelty. They transform it. They compost it into growth. Now when I lean into them, I do not hear grief or fists or silence. I hear roots reminding me that I belong. I hear leaves whispering my son's name into the sky. I hear branches carrying my voice further than I ever thought it could reach. And if you listen closely, you will not hear the pain. You will hear the hymn of survival. The song of a woman reborn. You will hear my son's light still burning, and you will hear me finally, unapologetically free. Thank you.